When I was diagnosed with cystinosis, I think I was like 1.5, 2 years old. We found out because my mother had picked me up from the crib, and a couple of my ribs have broke. It's hard to understand why you're going through these things. Why is your body reacting this way, or why do I have to see all these doctors? It's just endless questions that it could be very hard for a parent to answer, even doctors. It was difficult taking my medication after more towards the teenage, because you're starting to be on your own. I kind of got into the lifestyle of not caring because it was easy after my kidney transplant, and you're so busy as a teenager, you don't want to sit down and take time to do out your medication, take your medication, and every time someone sees you taking that medication, you're explaining the same thing that you explained a million times to a million other people, and you kind of get sick of it. Although these past 4 years, I've been really on it, and I realize I need to maintain what I need to maintain to have a bright future. In high school, my close friends understood by then, although it was tough that every time we'd go to do something, they'd be like, "Oh, are you sure you can do this? Are you sure that?" I just felt uncomfortable with always in the back of their head, they're worrying about me somewhere. You don't need to be worried about me. I'm just as good as you. When I was 20, I met my fiance, and she really motivated me to really see a bright future for us. And I wanted nothing but a bright future, and I set goals, and to this day I always set goals, and that motivates me to doing everything I need to do to maintain my disease. When I was young, I used to ask the question, why me? Why me? And then I got a little bit older and I realized that's not the question I need to be asking myself. The question I need to be asking is, why not me? There's people way worse situations than I am. This is my life. I have to accept it and move on. Definitely any advice to the younger kids, not choosing to take my medication was definitely not a good decision. It may seem easier right now, but in the long run, you're just going to suffer from it, and you're going to have to work 10 times harder if you just did what you needed to do throughout them years. Maybe you'd been better off. Next year, August 13th, we're getting married, which is amazing, and hopefully try to start a family after that. Starting a family at first was a touchy subject due to the cystinosis, and we've talked to the doctors. Am I able to have a kid? Will the kid have my disease? Such and such. We found out recently there's tests we can both take, see if she's a carrier, see what the future can hold for us, and if we aren't able to have a kid the normal way, we could always go to a doctor and he could help us along the process, which is wonderful. Although the cystigon may make me nauseous and days may be hard for me, but in the long run, I'm here and I'm enjoying life. Right now, I just wake up every morning, I say I'm going to start my day, I push as hard as I can, and I have great days, I have some bad days, but that's with anyone. Shoot.